That's right.
And your t-shirts are too tight too, Billy!
We interrupt this program to bring you.
All right, welcome back to Strong Mid-Card Podcast. This
Ow.
is pretty much going to be us marking out over AEW.
We're gonna try not to gush. We're gonna try.
Well, first of all, overall, great show. I love the aesthetics. The stage was great. It was big, but it wasn't too big.
Came out looking really professional.
Yeah, man. Like we're discussing a few times. There was a little WCW in there.
It felt like WCW a few times.
It felt nice. It felt warm.
It felt familiar.
Yeah,
Like, I've been here before, and I like it.
Like when the power went off and there was still smoke in the air in the ring, and it's like, oh man, that is so WCW.
It took me back. I'm
Yeah.
like, ah.
So okay, let's get right into it. The pre-show Battle Royal was fun. Not as good as the All-In Battle Royal, but still fun. This one had more of a story.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I think it was the whole concept was a little. I don't think everyone understood the concept of 5. You know.
It was
for
interesting. Yeah.
For each card, there are 5 people coming in.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people got that.
But I mean, you lose that whole somebody coming to the ring and getting a pop. But I mean, that is very WWE, so you can see why they did it. Right off the bat, MJF, just as soon as they announced his name, the whole freaking state, boo! Like, dude, the power of the BTE show, huh?
Beautiful,
crazy. And then who else? Yeah, Jungle Boy in there, who according to a lot of people that went to the show and a lot of the reviews that I've been listening to, was very over with the ladies.
Ooh.
And the guys, but like a lot of the chicks like him, and he's a good look. I mean, fuck, dude, apple doesn't fall from the tree, right?
He got all the good stuff. Eh?
Yeah, man. So and then yeah, I mean, he's a fan favorite, and that's they gotta protect him. And he's still young too. And I guess who else was getting there? Good pops. Marco Stunt. I don't know what you do with him, but you just keep putting him on there. Like, he's definitely your underdog, Crash Holly, Hurricane, that kind of underdog guy.
He takes a beating and somehow,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, for some reason there needs to be a Marco Stunt Jungle Boy match feud.
Yeah.
And just have like this giant build and let them go at it. But that he has some fun spots like always. Sunny Kiss with his butt pounding of a Tommy Dreamer was pretty funny. Jimmy Havoc looks like they're gonna be working with him a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Like from the feel of the match.
In a bigger setting, he looked a little smaller than I.
Who, Havoc?
Havoc did.
Yeah, Havoc's never been a big guy.
Yeah.
He's always been a small guy.
I've seen most of his indie stuff, but in a big stage, he looked tiny.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's him. It's him. It makes him unique.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
And he's I mean, everybody's salivating with the fact that Moxley there. But we'll get to the
We'll
Moxley
get to
thing.
Moxley.
Yeah, but you know, the possibilities are endless. So I mean, I think that's the whole. You could just tell the energy is like, because the possibilities were like, everybody's just like, oh my god, look what we're getting, look what we can get in the future too.
We're all excited of the possibilities going forward.
Yeah. So going away from that battle royal, looks like Luchasaurus. I don't know if he signed exclusively, but I've seen him wrestle live. The dude is good and like big.
He's imposing. Dude.
He's very imposing
For that gimmick.
Nice guy. But totally like it works.
He could be their Taker.
It's such a dorky name, and like, but the dude is so good that you're just like, yeah, okay, Luchasaurus. No, I hope not. They better not. No, they can't now.
I mean, he's super unique.
If he decides to go on a different route with his character, then maybe. But like, as far as right now, like people know him as Luchasaurus. At least the hardcores. Yeah, and the people that are getting introduced to him are just like, oh damn, this guy's. I mean, he almost killed Janela, dude.
Oh my god, I hope Janela's still alive, dude.
Janela looking good too, shape wise.
Horrifying. The way he landed on that table.
Oh yeah, but I mean, he looked in good shape. Like I was like, wow, I think everybody stepped it up from the. If you watch the show, like I said, except Jericho. Anyway, we'll get to that. Yeah, so it looks like those guys they're working with. Ace Romero looked good. He looks like he's dropping a lot of weight. I follow him on Instagram from when he started to now. Like, yes, he's still a big guy, but like he's dropping weight. He's getting serious about it. So good for him.
Another unique wrestler.
Exactly.
That point of that wrestling, that battle royale was to kind of show the world like, look at the variety.
Yeah.
we have here. We have characters.
Old, new.
Yeah, it's
small, young.
Everything was in there.
Yeah,
Guy with no legs.
Yeah, dude, he got over
Big time.
And this is not he's just let's cheer him because he's there. Like
he put in the work.
He put in the work. Good for him, and he got an elimination. He eliminated Spears, which Ty Dillinger, aka.
That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, and that shows you where he's at in his career. He's like, yeah, I'll put him over. Like, why not? So that's cool. But yeah, walking away from that, Havoc, MJF, Luchasaurus, probably the guys who had a little bit more of a momentum. So what is that? After that, the Guevara and
oh no, we gotta say the winner of that match.
Oh yeah, sorry, the winner of the match, and then Adam Page shows up,
which is kind of predictable.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you do with them now?
Yeah, you gotta give him something for missing that Pac.
Yeah.
Match. So
came in, looked strong.
I'm not mad.
It looks like he's gonna be a guy, top tier guy, which is good. It's good. He's a good face. He's right now and he's still young, but just about to hit the prime of his career. So you're definitely you gotta ride with him. He's pretty much the entire package. So okay, he goes on, he wins, he gets the title shot, and then you get to the Guevara and Kip Sabian match. It started kind of slow for me, but once it built up and when you got to the end, it got very exciting. You kind of could see like the how do you say it? What the future looks like with these two guys. Yeah. So my only complaint is I thought Guevara was gonna go over.
I thought so too.
Like I was telling you guys, I'm like, wait, Guevara was at the press conference. Yeah, he had his own slot. He was talking. I thought they were gonna ride with him, but I mean, who knows, man? Maybe they're just trying to appeal to the UK crowd too.
There was the problem right there. Not a lot of people knew who Sabian was.
Yeah.
And Sammy was a little bit more over. So.
It
was a weird. The winner's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where they go from there. So, I mean, maybe they're hinting at a rivalry, which I'm fine with because it looked like there were maybe I don't know if they've wrestled many times at all, but it looks like they can build towards something. So hopefully, they do that and it becomes like a rivalry that we keep our eyes on. Like a Ospreay, Marty Scurll type of deal.
Okay, and they can go.
And they can go, yeah.
They showed it.
Yeah. All right, now getting right into the main show.
Ooh.
So what do we got here?
Got SCU.
SCU versus the guys from was it the Stronghearts from OWE? Oriental Wrestling Entertainment. Mm-hmm. Seen a couple of the shows only because Zeta Zhang went over there, so I saw a couple of the shows and clips on YouTube. They can fucking fly over there. Literally, they can fly. It's fun. It's a fun show. Great match. SCU looking like they found the fountain of youth.
Everyone went into third gear like as soon as the bell rung. So a lot of triple moves.
Yeah, a lot of tag team moves. The traditional stuff you would expect, but there was definitely like a emphasis of let's help put these guys over since we're working with them. And Kazarian looking freaking good. Like he was to me he was the star of the match. So and Daniels, man,
at his age, dude, still.
I know he's got bad knees, and it's just like fuck. But dude, it's one of those things. I guess once he gets warmed up, he doesn't even feel it. Yeah. But he must be sitting on ice when he gets to the back. So I mean, hopefully he's transitioning into his coaching role. More so in the future because you don't want to see him get anything permanent or forced to retire. Hopefully he gets to go out on his own. But I mean. If it's in this situation where 6-man tag, he doesn't get all the action, like he's not in there the whole time.
Like for a while.
Yeah, he's got a good while left in him. But fun match, great result. SCU, over as fuck with that crowd. Everybody, if you're on BTE, you're over with that crowd. So that was good stuff right there. Second match was it the female match, the women's match. And Brandy Rhodes introducing her. She wanted the match to be awesome. So Awesome Kong comes out to a massive pop.
Huge pop.
Pretty good match. I would have to say Nyla Rose is probably the only one that I think is still kind of getting her bearings as far as like workmanship in the ring. But I mean, if she's gonna be like a Goliath type of girl, like pretty much what Awesome Kong was. Then that's perfect that they brought in Awesome Kong. Yeah. So maybe they can, like she can teach her like, all right, this is what you got to do. So I'm happy about that. I was surprised though, Kylie Ray losing because she was so over,
I
dude.
love Kylie Ray. I'm a huge Kylie Ray fan.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy with. I'm not happy. I'm sorry. I'm not mad about the results.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Britt Baker's pretty much the face of that female division. So
Yeah.
they had to put her over.
Yeah.
Great match.
Great.
Once it got to Britt Baker and Kylie Ray,
Mm-hmm.
they put on a clinic.
So I'm thinking that's probably going to be the rivalry probably going forward.
Hopefully, yeah.
Like that's going to be your 1A and your 1B probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they both have great rapport with the fans, so I don't think anybody. I mean, everybody kind of thought Kylie Ray was going to win just because of her, like, the way they kind of build her.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely not surprised Britt Baker won. Britt Baker's ready now, I think. Kylie Ray's got probably like another couple years before she's like the face of that division.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, good choice, I think.
She gets to wrestle. She was on commentary.
Allie?
Yes.
Yeah.
At Fight for the Fallen, right?
I believe so, yeah. So that should be interesting too, seeing Allie there. Allie's a vet, and she's pretty good. I mean, the last few matches I saw her when she was in Impact, she's ready now. So
yeah.
And the possibilities, like I was telling you, the possibilities of like the female division in the Indies, the freaking depth is amazing. Like they can pretty much pick and choose who they want.
Once Tessa gets there, once Jordan gets there,
yeah,
forget about it.
If they get those two, that's huge. So you got a lot out there. All right.
What was next?
What was next?
Shit. Okay.
Best friends.
Best friends. Oh yeah.
Best friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans. Honestly, I love that match. I thought it was great. I didn't think I was gonna like it so much because I remember that Jack Evans and Angelico really haven't wrestled together in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see how it goes. But you know, Chucky T and Trent are freaking pros, man. Those guys are such pros, and they looked good. Like Trent looked great. Like he looked really good.
None of them missed a beat.
Yeah, it was just a fun, entertaining match.
Fluid the whole way through.
The crowd was into it. Great moves, great tag team. I think that was something that has been lacking is the tag teams, and it seems like they're really jumping on the whole we want tag teams. Yeah. And you don't realize how much you miss it until you see the good version of it, and like even we're sitting there we're like, man, I miss tag team, right? Like
this is what it's all about.
I miss this. This is so good.
Like in WWE, you kind of forget who the champions are. Like today, I figured out who the Raw Tag Team champions were. It's
oh shit! It's Major Brothers.
Yeah.
Fuck! I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So who's the SmackDown champions? I'm embarrassed.
Wow.
Who are the tag team? No wait, hold on. SmackDown. WrestleMania.
Matt Hart, no. Oh no, Jeff's hurt.
They had to
give
him up.
relinquish.
Yeah, they had to give him up.
Oh.
Oh, Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
My bad. All right. Well, there you go.
Oh, there you go. That's
that's where we're at for that. All right. What else is next after that? Did that go right into the? Are we forgetting one?
That went into the Japanese.
Female,
yeah.
Yeah.
Six women tag match.
Aja Kong. Yeah. I thought the match was great. Like I had such a fun time watching it, and I told you because the last year I've really been getting into the Japanese women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw it there, and I just saw some recognizable faces with Emmy and Rio and Aja Kong, I was like, oh, I love these girls, and I was telling you, and they put on a good match, man. They
really are hitting.
Beat the shit out of each other over there, dude. They go at it, and I think they did a pretty good job of picking of the 6 girls that they wanted. They put Aja Kong there, who's seen better days, but as soon as she got in there, man, it's just like okay, oh yeah, like the few matches that I saw her in from the past, and it's just like she's stiff as fuck.
The smallest girl there with the skirt.
Yeah, with the pink skirt.
Holy shit. She fucking blew me away, dude.
Yeah, she was
workhorse of the match. She's amazing, dude. Wow.
It's just the crowd was into it. The girls were into it. You could see their faces were like lit up, and it's just like that's what it's about. And it's just like if you have that relationship with the Japanese promotions, then please fucking hold on to that because they got so many talented women over there. And I was hyped up, and I know there's couple of the guys that watch us that love the Japanese female promotions, and I'm sure they were fucking ecstatic as I was. So that was great to see.
We talk about that botch.
Oh yeah, and that was not even that bad. I mean, it was, I guess, but not really, because I mean, the person who messed up was the person ringing the bell. It wasn't the
That was the only person that
It wasn't
fucked
the
up.
girls. It wasn't the ref. And props to that ref.
She stuck by her fucking like.
They
it was
they
two
put
motherfucker.
I love that they put the camera right on her, and she's like two,
you
no,
fucking idiot.
two, like it's still going.
What are you doing? Like,
Yeah, so it's like they went for, and then they got the finish that they wanted to get, and that was okay. And then I heard after the cameras went away, Aja Kong backhanded the shit out of one of the girls on the other team.
wow.
And then she went over and stared down the timekeeper. That's
Dude.
a bad bitch, though, man. That's a
dude.
bad bitch, though. You don't
Nice.
fuck with Aja, man. That was great, but that was a nice, fun match in the middle.
Yeah.
Like if you thought that was like the bathroom break match, and you missed out,
missed
dude.
out a
Like
lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, like that's what they need to do. Like I know the adage has always been like start off hot and then kind of throw some whatever's in the middle,
Like a
and then,
breather.
yeah, I don't know. I never believed in that.
I never got.
I never got to that. Like when I would, one of my favorites was Wrestle Kingdom from a couple years ago, where every match was just a fucking banger, and those 4 hours flew by so fast.
Yeah, I was like that was it. That was 4 hours.
That was like boom, boom, one after the other, great match, and it never let up. Like I like that as a fan. Like fuck going to the bathroom, I'll go when it's over. So yeah, I felt that here. So let's go right into the one of the most emotional matches. Great storytelling, old school mixed with new school matches that I've seen in a long time. Cody versus Dustin.
Honestly, going into this match, I wasn't expecting much.
Me either.
I was just like, all right, it's gonna be your standard, whatever. Cody hasn't really impressed me outside of his managerial, like, and being kind of like an influencer outside of the WWE. Starting this company.
The thing to me is that I've since he left WWE, I've seen him have great matches, but it's never like.
And nothing stood out.
Like I liked the match with Ibushi. I thought that was a great match for the Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh yeah, okay.
Matches against the matches against Kenny were great. The match against Okada was great. He's a good storyteller. He might not be on the level of like because he hangs out with Omega and the Bucks.
Yeah.
You're thinking
put him in the back.
he should be moving like them, but not really. Like he's more of a methodical guy. Like he came up through his dad, obviously through the WWE system. He's very old school kind of guy. So if he can have his kind of match where there is storytelling involved and his great heel work, it's an entertaining match. And I think this time he had the story was kind of real. You know what I mean? Like Dustin automatically became the face in the match, and Cody was all too happy to be the freaking heel. So I like that. Let's want to talk about the entrances.
Okay,
entrance.
So there's this throne. And I'm a little confused. I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, dude, that looks a lot like what Triple H would do. I'm like, it has the cross and everything. I'm like, oh, that was weird. I'm like, I bet Cody's gonna come out and sit on it.
Like a little thing.
So he comes out and doesn't acknowledge. Looks at it just like whatever. They walk down the ramp, and Brandy hands him a sledgehammer, and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't subtle anymore. Hands him the sledgehammer. He walks up there, like a motherfucker. Smashes the fucking thing.
Crowd goes insane.
We lost it, dude. Holy
crowd
shit.
goes insane. It's just like, well, here we
It's
are.
on, dude.
It's on.
Shots fired.
Choose your sides. Nah, I mean, that's it's brilliant on his half.
Yeah.
Because it does get people talking, and it's a simple clapback. I mean, Triple H was talking his shit at the Hall of Fame that people seem to forget about all of a sudden yesterday, and it's like, all right, well. Cody's like, all right, he said something, a couple things here and there, but he never did too much to fight back to it. And yesterday it was kind of like, it was a clapback at that, and it was also kind of like he said, it was like it wasn't a full on clapback at him, but it was also kind of a way of saying like, I'm not gonna be that guy that just takes the throne and doesn't wrestle. I still want to wrestle. And it's like, all right, well, there was a lot of messages in there, and you know what, man. It's his company. It's his thing. Let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
You can say it's petty, but talking shit at the Hall of Fame ceremony is petty too. So that's wrestling. That's where we're at.
People forgot the piss egg, comments and this and that.
Oh, I reminded him if you follow our Instagram.
So yeah, oh, Triple H or NXT. I'm like, that's fine and dandy, but hey, he did shoot. He mouthed it, mouthed out first. So.
Yeah, so I mean, it's this all is fair now.
Yeah, so
You got, pick your sides, I guess. I mean, I'm still hopeful that it'll bring out the best in WWE and we can get two great different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have WWE with their sports entertainment, and you have AEW with their pro wrestling. It's like I like both. Let's do both.
I hope it starts this Monday.
Yeah. Oh, to Monday's gonna be a very interesting show.
If
I'm actually interested. AEW might have just helped
Raw
their ratings. So
yeah, people are gonna be like, all right, how's Raw gonna respond to this?
There you go. You're welcome. All right, good. So
we'll know Monday.
Monday's gonna be interesting. Match wise, storytelling
on par, dude. Like,
yeah,
with one of the storytelling wise, it was just
bloody, very bloody.
It got so bloody, I got a little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
he went deep. He bladed deep.
And I had to remind you. I was like, remember, dude, we used to see stuff like this all this time. Like, don't fall into that category that everybody does now. They're like all these wrestling podcasts that are like, oh, it's too much blood. Oh, it's too violent. Like, no, this is what they want to do. Let the freaking performers do what they want. Let them tell their story their way. Stop being pussies and fucking watch the man bleed. Yeah. We did it in the 90s. We can still do it now. It's okay.
Watching it a second time again today, honestly, it added so much more to the match.
Yeah.
Just, Cody just like smearing himself with the blood, just covered in his brother's blood. It's a blood match.
And for the like the faults of the production yesterday, as far as the cameras and all that stuff, they did a really good job during that match of focusing on the fans looking concerned, and
that was the best part.
Like,
fans were just like, oh my god.
Especially that one bearded guy with the flannel that kept going back to him.
Says, oh my god, what's going on here? I love that guy.
That guy was a great guy. He was a part of the show last night. So and they had near falls and Dustin pulling out some fucking tricks out of his bag still.
Still looks great.
Yeah, and so Cody wins at the end. Was about to leave, and Dustin was about to take off his boots and leave him in the ring, the whole retirement thing. Cody gets back in and says, hey, I got a match. I need a partner of my choosing. And then he does the whole speech of like, I don't need a partner, I don't need a friend. And then his voice cracks, says, I need my older brother.
Oh man, the roof just came off.
And then Dustin loses it, and Cody's losing it, and they hug, and everybody loses it.
Ah, such a great moment. Dude, that's wow.
That's why you watch it.
It was, match of the night.
That's why you love it.
I went in there not expecting much, and it ended up being my favorite match of the night.
Yeah, nobody expected that match. And delivering great moments, I think that's Cody's thing. I mean, look at the All In. The match for Nick Aldis wasn't necessarily a great match. It was a great old school type of match. Like if you're into that storytelling kind of brawl with some, heel wrestling stuff, it was a good, decent match. But this time, I think they added more of a, he has his brother to work with, and they probably know each other so well, and they know what they want to do and what they can do. So this is a little different, but created another moment. Good for Cody. He, he's taking a big step, man. Yeah.
Jesus,
he's a powerhouse. Dusty's kid that's sticking it to Vince.
Yeah, big time.
Very poetic. Very poetic.
Loved everything about it.
All right, so great moment, great match, great everything. Stole the thing in a night full of great matches.
Stole the show.
So then moving on to
the reveal.
Oh yeah, the belt reveal.
Which
it was all over the place, but it was fun.
A lot happened.
Yeah. So MJF comes out. Bret Hart comes out. And he's holding what appears to be a very heavy belt.
He was hugging the fucking thing. Like, Jesus.
Gives a little speech or whatever. And then introduces Hangman Page as one of the guys that's going to compete for the match. All right. And then MJF comes out. Cuts probably one of the best promos I've heard in a long time. And
this has shades of the Attitude Era.
Does the joke. Yeah.
Asshole. I'm the asshole.
The good kind of heat.
You're calling me an asshole? Yeah. Like, Jesus.
You paid to see me.
Paid to see me, and I'm the asshole.
Yeah, it's the good kind of heat. Yeah. The kind Ciampa was getting, the kind Daniel Bryan was getting, the kind of good heel would get back in the day. It's like you're booing them because you're supposed to boo them, and you want to do it because it's fun.
It's not go away heat.
Yeah, it's not Baron Corbin heat. It's like actual. It's not Stephanie McMahon heat. It's actual heat.
It's actually like, this motherfucker, I
Like,
hate you, but fuck, I love you.
You're doing your job
Yeah.
heat. And I'll be first to admit it. I was not sold on MJF
He's my favorite.
for the longest time. Like, and on BTE, I would skip forward because I don't know. I just didn't buy into his gimmick. Last night, everything came together for him, and I'm very happy about that because they're putting a lot of momentum behind him, and he fucking stepped right into it and said, "Okay, tonight's the night." And he came out there, and his promo sounded like a promo. You know what I mean? Like he sounded like a heel yesterday. And
He
I was
knocked
like,
it out of the fucking park.
I was like, there it is. There
That's
it is. You guys were right.
There's your heel.
I was like, you guys are right. You guys proved me wrong. Okay, I'm in. Like, I'm in for this kid.
Yeah.
Because I was not sold on him, man. And then yesterday with that everything that he did, good for him. He
Like
came
The Rock said, let me talk, and I'll prove to you that
Yeah, I
can get myself over.
Yeah, and he just good job. So he's goes out there, pretend to challenge Paige, and then Jungle Boy comes out when he's trying to leave, chases him back to the ring along with Jimmy Havoc. So that also lets you know that there's gonna be
There's story there.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of building going on. I think MJF's gonna be the second tier right now. But he's gonna be at that top of that second tier, along with probably Havoc and Jungle Boy. I think that's the way you do it. You set tiers, and you let them do their thing at top of those tiers.
You eventually graduate to the next tier.
Yeah. So that's the way they're going, then that's good. They finally show the belt. Good looking belt.
I don't hate it. It reminded me a lot of the New Japan.
Yeah, I saw was it the Mid-South or was it
Mid-South, New Japan kind of variation.
Good.
That's fine.
The IWGP belt is a beautiful fucking belt.
Yeah.
And the other belt, the heavy plated Mid-South belt, was also a good looking belt.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed you the picture of how it took up most of Magnum TA's fucking whole body when he was holding it up to himself.
It looks prestigious.
That's the thing. It looks prestigious. Yeah, so
I think it's gonna look great around the waist of the champion.
Yeah.
Like once it's on somebody, then we'll really get the vibe and it'll really hit us like this is a champion.
Once it's around Jericho's hot dad bod. Anyways, so all right, moving on from that, Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers in a fucking barn burner.
Jesus.
Whoa.
I was not expecting this match to be this fucking good. This was my expectation, and it went above that. Holy shit.
I was like, you know what, they're gonna go all out, so let me just settle in here and get ready for this. And Ray Phoenix.
Ray stole the fucking match, dude.
Him and Nick going at it was great. I like how they kind of set that apart. It's like the two younger brothers were the ones that are like kind of the speedsters and the more of the acrobatic ones, while Penta and Matt were more of the muscle, gruff kind of. Yeah. And they told the story so great.
It was awesome, dude.
I was surprised that the Bucks got the win though.
I guess they're gonna wrestle again in Mexico, right?
I would hope so. I think because it's the AAA belts. I'm guessing they're waiting until the AEW gets their own belts. But I thought maybe like, okay, let the Lucha Bros go over, and then they have a third match somewhere where it's like, the winner gets the AEW titles as well.
Well, I'm happy it's not that 50-50 BS.
That's true too, and it was that's one thing all night. It was just straight up 1, 2, 3s. No bullshit. No swerves, no interference really. So yeah, that was good. A great match. Spot fest pretty much. So we're saying Jim Cornette must be on the ground right now holding his heart.
Cornette had a heart attack. so much acrobatics and a lot of spots. So Cornette, we hope you're okay.
Like we were saying, was it like during the Dustin and Cody match, there's too much psychology?
Too much psychology. He's not okay.
Yeah, and then you go to the Bucks match, it's like, no psychology. Yeah, so that was a fun match. That was tag team wrestling definitely on display last night, and that's great outlook for the future. So
everyone was over in that match. The Bucks were over.
Bucks.
Penta with the Cero Miedo.
Yeah. Oh man, every time he did it, it just got louder.
Ate it, dude. The crowd ate it up.
Over as fuck. That's what I thought they were gonna win, but hey, I mean, you still, it sounds kind of stupid. It's like getting over when you lose. Like, that was our whole joke with the Triple H thing. You get over by losing to me.
But it's true.
But in this case,
it's true.
It helps. In this case, if you have a great match, like, okay.
They didn't look weak at all.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Straight up 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Getting into the main event of the evening, Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho for the #1 contendership.
And the biggest heel in that match, that Cracker Barrel. That was the biggest heel.
I liked how Jericho acted like he was gonna pick it up and throw it over, and he realized it real quick it was too heavy for him, so he throws it out the middle. That was great.
Like, think, motherfucker, and he starts picking it up like, oh yeah, it's kind
of. But Jericho being Jericho, man, that's almost like I thought it was like too perfect for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we kept hearing about how he's been MMA training and he has his physique's like amazing.
Dude, honestly, we're not in the best of shape.
No, not at all.
We shouldn't be saying this, but as far as Jericho goes, that's the worst shape I've ever seen him in.
It's worse than Wrestle Kingdom.
He's in really bad shape.
That Jelly Belly, dude.
Jelly Belly Jericho.
Jelly Belly Jericho, dude.
That being said, how the hell did he pull out that freaking match? It was
hard. It was a fight.
It was a fight. It really was. Like,
it wasn't a wrestling match.
That's the thing. Fight. It's like Jericho doesn't get wrestling matches, too many wrestling matches anymore. It's fights now with him. And I know there's some people complain about it that said there was like up and downs in the match, but I think that they don't realize is that that's what Jericho is supposed to do in this match is bring out this viciousness in Kenny.
Yeah. People are expecting Okada Kenny.
Yeah.
And this is not the Okada Kenny. This is the more grounded, more I'm gonna fight you. We're gonna fight.
Yeah.
So it's a fight.
Yeah, and I mean he still got his shit in.
Oh my God.
Which the crowd ate it up. It was a good match. Like it wasn't Wrestle Kingdom great because you can't redo that match. There were table spots. There was two brutal table spots with Jericho, Jesus. It reminds you why he's the best. Dude, I get scared for him sometimes. Like I really do. And busted Kenny's nose, broke his nose. It was a hard-hitting match. Yeah. It was a hard-hitting match. Kenny went through the table on a backdrop over the ring out to the bottom.
That fucking flip over the ropes.
Yep.
On the table. Which Jericho was holding. Jesus, that was brutal.
Like two sort of botched Jericho lion salts or whatever you want to call them. Mm-hmm. Where like the first one, his leg landed on Kenny's face, and the second one, his like whole gut landed on Kenny's face, and it's just like, dude.
Fuck.
So, but it was fun. It served its purpose. Like I said, I think this is kind of a new Kenny Omega, where maybe he's starting to slow down on the crazy moves. Like he'll still do them, but he's not gonna just do a whole match with them. Mm-hmm. Like I think this is kind of making him look vicious because, as you saw at the end of the match, it goes,
okay.
Jericho wins with his roaring back elbow.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but it looked real.
Okay, yeah, it came out of nowhere and it knocked Kenny out.
Yeah, and he won straight up.
Just like, oh.
Okay. And then Moxley finally makes his much fucking, I guess, awaited debut.
Huge pop
through the crowd. Comes in, fucks up Jericho.
The ref
fucks up the ref, and then the whole thing with Kenny, you're like, isn't he, or is he? Is he going face? Is he going heel? Is he just recluse? Beats the shit out of him and Kenny get into a fight, right? And then he beats the shit out of Kenny on the side stage. So that I think this is all leading to that. Like I think you saw a new Kenny Omega because he's gonna have to be a new Kenny Omega if he's gonna be in a rivalry with Mox,
especially with Moxley. Yeah.
And at the end of the show, I don't know if you saw the speech at the end. Omega said like, "Oh, I should be thanking you, Mox, because you've raised the stakes even higher," or something like that. And it's just like, all right, so here we go.
Yeah.
New Omega. So okay, Moxley shows up at the end of the show. Big surprise, big reveal. End the show on a crazy high note. Pretty much put the wrestling world upside down.
Yeah, loved it.
Overall the show? What do you think?
Fantastic for first time. This was technically the first time we've seen an AEW pay-per-view, so
it was momentous.
For that, it was a great fucking show. Knocked it out of the park. Great storytelling, great matches, great characters. Mm-hmm. They're all over the place with characters.
Yeah.
Tag team matches were
some of the best.
Like tag team matches. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Great fucking show. I couldn't stop gushing over it last night. We're just even after the show went off the air, we're just talking like, oh, what do you think they'll do with this?
Yeah.
What do you think they'll do with that? When a wrestling show has you talking about it, even after it's over, they did a great job.
Yeah, man.
I like those WWE fucking.
Why would they do this unless
Lesnar won
again? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Lesnar won the Money in the Bank. Okay,
All right, so let's talk about the same thing with me. 5-star pay-per-view. I can forgive all the little technical stuff because you know what?
First
Every
time.
live pay-per-view has that.
First time.
You know, WWE still fucks up sometimes with the audios and the cameras and any boxing, MMA. There's always that's if you're a fan of live combat sports, you're used to that shit.
Yeah.
Like you're used to like, oh, the volume went out when
Yeah.
the commentator's talking, or the cameras aren't lining up correctly, or camera 2, you know, is in line and it shakes too much. Like you're just used to that.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
I mean, there were some spots where it's kind of infuriating.
Yeah.
You know, just like, come on, guys, like you missed a great spot.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean,
but you can forgive that.
Yeah,
it's a first show, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna go back and you know.
And commentating, I think
Jim Ross did pretty good. I was really happy with it. I was expecting not good. Excalibur is a good guy to have with him.
A good like he had some quick like
yeah. He picks up where Jim can't, and then that way Jim can deliver his gold. You know what I mean? So it's not just Jim not doing filler is great.
Yeah,
it's still good because he still has his big lines, his big moments. Instead of him trying to do filler like he was doing with the New Japan, which didn't really work out. So you got Excalibur now, who is that perfect filler guy in between, you know, when Jim isn't saying anything.
And JR sold that Moxley reveal flawlessly, dude.
Yeah, that's what you need him. You need that voice for those big moments.
I got the feels, like I got the Attitude Era feels, like, oh, this is big. This is like
So
the other guy.
Oh yeah, that
get rid of that guy.
well, I mean, this is his first wrestling thing.
Hey.
I can forgive that. He definitely needs work. He's got does got an announcer play-by-play guy's voice. You just need to get him more
excited.
Not excited, but like kind of, I don't know, like more informed.
Yeah, he's so monotone, dude. I'm just like,
yeah. So I mean, I think he'll be all right. I think he should be more of a, you know, sometimes when they go back to the shot of the announcers and all the guys are there and there's the lead guy that talks, and he should be just that guy, and not so much in the match. But like when you cut back and he's like, "Okay, guys, we just saw this. What do you think?" And then you let Jim Ross and go there. Okay, you know, coming up next, like he should be that guy.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
He should be that guy. In football, he should be the James Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the NFL had James Brown doing that guy, and he was perfect for that. I think if they keep him to that, he has that an announcer's voice. He'll be fine with that. But I mean, if you want him to be better announcer for what's going on action wise, then you got to prep him.
A little bit.
Period. All right. So possibilities now. Where do they go?
Okay, so they have the next pay-per-view. That's going to see a lot of rivalries continue. I don't know if Moxley and Jericho's... Because I think Jericho... I'm sorry, Kenny Omega. I think Kenny Omega has an opponent for that pay-per-view. But for sure, or for All Out, it's going to be Moxley and Omega.
Okay.
And I'm guessing Paige and who was it? Paige and Jericho.
Maybe, yeah.
We're All Out.
I mean, I think maybe All Out's probably gonna be their big event, yeah. So.
What do you think Cody's gonna do?
Well, I don't know if Dustin's gone. Cody, I can see Cody probably going up against.
If it's MJF, it'd be a natural like a realization, you know, like, oh shit, you're an asshole, like.
But we were talking about something after we saw the show last night. Sort of like you didn't even see all of their guys.
There's still a lot of guys.
So
there, yeah.
Maybe Cody doesn't even have to even make that show. If you build up the other guys to where you have a good storyline, it's like, okay, well, Cody's not in it. Okay, but you still got, you know, Jimmy Havoc versus whoever, you know, or, you know, Jungle Boy versus whoever.
He can come out and just be the host.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Like he doesn't even have to be there, or he can have something to do, but he doesn't have to necessarily have a match. So if you don't show all your cards on the first one, you know what I mean? You always have your other guys for the show. So that's smart. They need to keep on that train, I think.
It has to be a big show because right around the corner is their first television show.
Oh, yeah.
Right around the corner.
Yeah, that's true. October 1st.
October 1st. And they need a big something to keep people hooked. Cause
yeah. So
this is Gap, you know.
Yeah, it's true. With no TV yet, you have to build your storylines through YouTube and independent leagues that are gonna let you, you know, do your shit on their shows. So which is the way they did this one. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And once you get to your TV, you got to pay all of these guys back.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how it works. Though that's a good way to build a rapport with other companies. So
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I hope they build a relationship in New Japan with ROH. if they do that, forget about it.
It's over.
It's over, dude. Because you're gonna be bringing in New Japan guys. Imagine Okada in a fucking AEW TV show. Jesus Christ, dude. Coming and challenging Kenny.
There you go.
Oh
That
my
would be
God,
fun
dude.
to see.
Oh fuck. Take my money.
I'm wondering if Jericho's gonna lose to Okada.
He has to.
Think so?
It was a big win over Kenny. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna beat him.
I think if Jericho beats Okada, then the New Japan AEW thing is probably gonna happen.
It's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave a lot of props to Ring of Honor too. If you heard a lot of their talking segments, which is good. I mean, I think they're trying to like kind of extend an olive branch. Like, come on, you know, where Ring of Honor, see where they go. I mean, they need all the help they can get.
I want that New Japan Bullet Club versus
The Elite. That would be cool.
Unfinished business here.
That would be cool.
And then Carl Anderson and
Ooh.
And I mean, it's almost certain they're gonna be going to AEW.
I would hope so now.
So
I would hope so now.
I mean,
tag team wrestling.
It's only a matter of time. Oh, they're gonna be huge, dude.
I just hope they don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Get the ones that you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
ride the smaller. They have a small staff to begin with, so a smaller locker room would probably help them right now because you still need to develop people.
Yeah, don't bring too many people in.
Yeah, so slow it down. Just don't bring all your friends in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there you go, guys. That was our review of Double or Nothing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you think is in the future. Anything we missed. Anything that we should have highlighted, or what do you guys? Like I said, what do you guys think is gonna happen in the future? Monday's gonna be an interesting show for Raw.
I'm interested, so
yeah,
we'll see.
I might watch. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow the Instagrams, the Twitter, and subscribe and like. And thank you guys for sticking around. And we'll see you on the next big pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
Or with some more news pops. See you guys later. Peace.
I couldn't find no woman. I found a lot of men that look like women.